Mr. Morton? Mr. Morton?
These are the guys that found him. Say he's called Dominic Morton, convicted paedophile. Someone's castrated him. It's nice.
Morning, Gov.
Morning, Jim.
We're up here.
Apparently word got out that he was a paedophile. There was a mob here yesterday baying for his blood. Uniform hauled him out for his own safety. Idiot must have come back.
He's only got himself to blame then, hasn't he?
Was he killed here?
Yeah. Several blows to the back of the head. Then severely mutilated in the genital area.
Was he alive when... From the amount of blood, yeah, John says he was. But from the head injuries, doubts whether he'd still been conscious.
Shame.
I'd like to leave the body in situ for as long as possible, if that's all right. He was definitely attacked in this room, so the more I can find out.
Yep, sure.
You might have been holding the phone. I've just found it under here.
I could have been bent down looking for it.
True.
John, have you got a time of death?
Not an accurate one yet, no. Guessing sometime in the last 12, 15 hours. And it looks like his right knee was dislocated. That's consistent with a fall, so I'd say he was standing when he was struck, falls, bangs onto his knees, then the blood patterns suggest he was struck again several times whilst lying face down here, yeah, then rolled over, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know the rest.
I found this. It's DNA soup in here. Now that people are traipsed in and out, including the officers.
They found a shard of glass. They think it's from a torch. Morton could have got struck by it.
Jim says there's not a single roll of film in any of Morton's cameras.
So someone's removed them.
Dominic Morton, 37, a photographer, single, no kids.
What about his parents?
Dead.
Well, that's an awkward conversation we won't have to have.
He was convicted for gross indecency with a girl, Phoebe Creswell, age 9. He served 2 years.
How hard do you really want us to work on this? Apart from finding out who did it and buying them a drink.
Who else would like to go back on the beat? This is to be treated like any other case. I find anyone dragging their heels, they're out.
Dominic Morton was found upstairs. There's no sign of a struggle. Now, the mutilation suggests that the killers, knew that he was a paedophile, but that's by no means a given. Now, the nature of the injuries indicate that the killer would have got blood on his clothes, so I want to search around Dominic's house. I want to find out more about Morton's past victims, his present victims. The prison psychiatrist flagged him as high risk, so I want to know how active he's been since his release. I want to find out who his cellmates were, to talk to them.
Morton called the local police at 3:29 to say there were protesters outside his house. They arrived 51 minutes later.
51 minutes.
What were the mob doing?
Shouting abuse.
How many?
There's about 25 or 30 outside. Maybe 6 or more inside.
They're inside the house. Where was Dominic?
Locked in a room upstairs. The mob had just gained access when we arrived.
Long enough to graffiti the downstairs hallway.
What happened next?
We got them out. Waited for backup. There was one arrest. We took Morton back here.
But he wasn't arrested or anything. I mean, he was free to go.
When did he leave?
8:15.
The duty sergeant offered to go by his house, pick up some stuff and take him to the bus station. Morton refused.
And what happened this morning?
Well, the officer swung by to keep an eye on the place, checked round the back and the door was open.
OK, well, we'll need to get a list of every member of that mob.
I've spoken to the public protection officers that were assigned to monitor Dominic's movements after his release.
Do they think he's likely to reoffend?
I got that impression.
Right.
Also found a laptop in the loft of Dominic's house. Forensic labs say they can make a mirror copy of the hard drive and send it to us.
Gov.
Yep.
Morton's phone records show 3 calls made after 8:30. First 2 short, but they last for a few minutes.
Who are they to?
But the number's registered to Peter Taylor, 79 Trafford Way. He's not on the sex offenders register, hasn't got form. I phoned the number, got through to a woman's voice on the answering machine.
Well, Dominic's calling Peter Taylor about something. Let's find out what.
How do you think you'd react?
What do you mean? Will I cut his tackle off? Who knows? But I made sure of one thing. He was still conscious when I did it. What? You think I'm joking? Right, 79 Trafford Way. Let's see why Peter Taylor was talking to a convicted paedophile.
Mr. Taylor!
We've got access to Morton's laptop. There's over 2,000 pictures on it.
She must be, what, 3 or 4 years old?
Gov, Peter Taylor's not in.
If Taylor's got anything to do with this, we should rip his house apart.
No.
Trevor says the pictures on Morton's laptop. Bad. Worst they've ever seen.
Where is he? Yeah, Sarge. Could you do something for me?
What are you doing?
Morton.
Unless he has a twin.
The man in the photo was identical to Morton.
We showed the photo to the next door neighbours. They confirmed that a bloke matching that description lived next door.
Yeah, well, whatever you found, it still doesn't excuse what you've done.
With respect, Gov, you do realise what this means? Dominic Morton and Peter Taylor could be the same person.
Did the neighbours give you anything else on them?
Just their name, the Taylors. They said they hadn't seen the husband for a while, but saw the wife yesterday morning.
It states here that Dominic Morton was single, had no brothers or sisters, and both parents dead.
You read about it, though. Men that lead double lives, 2 wives, 2 sets of kids.
He only got released from prison 6 weeks ago. It's hardly enough time to start a whole new life.
So how do you explain it? I reckon we should go back and spin the place.
No. You didn't have the authority to go in there in the first place. There's certainly no justification for doing a search.
How else do we trace Peter Taylor? We've got no information other than his address.
All right, tomorrow we talk to the public protection officers, see if they can give us anything else. In the meantime, I want someone outside the Taylor's house, see if anyone comes back. And I want that back door secured.
I've organised it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.